Hello, interventionists. This is Nikki here. I wanted to send out a little video to give you just a few updates, let you know about some glitches that I believe are rectified, and uh, talk about how to switch a student from one intervention to the next, how to add a goal, and then notes versus review. So the first one, switching an intervention. I'm going to go to my intervention group. And we were not sure how to do that, and Kyle gave us a little tip here to switch an intervention. I'm going to go to Sean here. Sean was in my group and then he is switching to Mr. Beck's group. So I'm just clicking to make sure I have things correct. So here on this bottom one is where he was with me. When he was done with me, I went over to this right-hand side, and right about in this area, there's a lock. So I'm going to go into his current one right here. You can see right in this right side, there's a lock. So when I click this lock, that means that he is stopping an intervention with me, however, perhaps joining an intervention with another group. So when I go back down here, this is where he had me. I can go and scroll right here. I can see this is the intervention that he had with me, and now he's currently in an intervention with Mr. Beck. So when you do it like that, it one gives you this list here of all of the problem-solving interventions that the student has had, but it also will keep the check-ins. We were deleting people off the list and then re-adding them to our list. So I do believe I did that with Sean on accident before I figured out the correct way to do it. Oops. So you can see here with Sean, all the check-ins are lost. But when you do it correctly, you can see here with Sienna, Sienna was in one group right here, how these are all white. And then this was locked, and then now where it's green, she's with a new group. So when you lock it and then add a person to a new group, this turns white because that is the original, and this is green. Okay, next I want to touch on adding a goal. So what we were doing is we were adding students here, which is terrific. And let's see here. Okay, I'm going to find a student that currently does not have an intervention. Just add her in here for this demonstration. So Lexi is not an intervention. I'm going to enter her into computation. So I'm clicking that, and then I would make the start date, whatever it is that she's starting. And I hit this green, save. You can see it turn green. That means that she's now on my list. So I'm going to go back to my intervention group. And you can see here there's computation one time. What we at Templeton were doing is we were adding her goal right here, and that would make the duplicates go over and over again. So what you actually need to do is click on computation, because that's what we're going to be working on. I'm going to click this plus sign to put her baseline in. So I'm just going to make up a baseline for Lexi. None of this is true. Save it. Now she has her baseline. Once I have her baseline entered, I'm going to hit the plus sign and I can set her goal. I would look up the ROI for computation. At Templeton, we've been setting the goals for the semester and save that. So now her goal is set. We don't have any of those pesky duplicates that normally have happened, and I've got her goal all set. Once we add her scores, additional scores, the ROI in the picture will show up here. Um, Last thing I wanted to touch on were notes versus review. At Templeton, we've been doing notes for day-to-day things that perhaps happen in the intervention, and then we've been using the review for semester when we review their goals and or CAT team meetings. I was hoping that if we all could do that the same, then we would know to look at the history and see, what happened day to day or review any of the plans here. Lexi was a student that I just picked that's not in intervention, so she doesn't have any plan reviews or any notes. Um, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to give me or send me an email. I'm happy to help in any way. Thanks.